Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the Lions lately, you know that this team has been on a real upward trajectory. There's a buzz around Detroit, a feeling that this might finally be the year they shake off some of the past struggles and make a real push toward the postseason, maybe even beyond. But as we all know, in the NFL, nothing is guaranteed until that final whistle blows. And right now, there's a huge concern looming over the Lions' defense, particularly involving safety Morris Norris. And let me tell you, this story has taken a serious turn that could have long-term implications for Detroit's season. So, what exactly happened? Well, during a preseason game against the Atlanta Falcons, Norris was involved in a play that sent shockwaves through the Lions' fanbase. It was a scary moment, one that had everyone holding their breath. Norris was making a routine tackle on Falcons running back Nathan Carter at the start of the fourth quarter. Nothing unusual, right? Well, that's until you see how the collision unfolded. Norris' head snapped back violently after he collided with Carter's leg. And in that instant, everything changed. Norris was immediately attended to by medical staff on the field, and the situation looked serious enough that an ambulance was called. This kind of hit, especially with the head snapping back like that, instantly raises red flags. Concussions are one thing, but when a player is knocked out cold or shows signs of a neck or head injury, it's a different level of concern entirely. And that's exactly what happened. Norris was taken off the field via ambulance and rushed to Atlanta's Grady Memorial Hospital. It was a tense moment for everyone watching, especially because of how serious the injury appeared. The game itself was paused with 6:19 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Lions held a 17-10 lead at that point. Both teams decided to run out the clock and suspend the game, prioritizing safety over competitiveness, which shows the seriousness of the incident. Now, the good news, and I have to emphasize this, is that Norris was in stable condition late that night. The reports coming out from the medical team and the Lions were cautiously optimistic. Norris was released from the hospital on Saturday, and he then returned to the Lions facility on Sunday. For a player who was just signed last offseason, this was a huge moment. Initially, it looked like a potentially devastating injury, but the fact that he's already back at the team's facility is a positive sign. It shows resilience and hopefully a quick recovery. Norris himself took to social media to update fans, saying, "I'm all good, man, don't stress it. Appreciate all the check-ins and love." That's the kind of attitude we love to see, especially from a young player trying to establish himself in the NFL. And let's talk a little about Norris himself, because his journey is quite interesting. The 24-year-old safety signed with the Lions last offseason after going undrafted. His path to the NFL wasn't straightforward. He spent most of his rookie season on the practice squad, patiently waiting for his opportunity. That opportunity finally came on December 28, when he was elevated to the active roster. Norris made his NFL debut in Week 17, playing 20 snaps on special teams, which is often how rookies get their first taste of the league. Then, in Week 18, he got his first defensive snap and even recorded his first tackle in the Lions game against the Washington Commanders, a game that, unfortunately, ended in a loss for Detroit. Norris played college football at Fresno State, a school known for producing solid NFL talent. His development has been a slow burn, but with his speed, instincts, and effort, he's shown he can be a valuable piece in Detroit's secondary. The Lions' coaching staff clearly sees potential in him, and that's why they signed him last offseason and kept him around through the season, giving him opportunities to grow. Now, with this scare happening, everyone is wondering about his recovery timeline and whether he'll be able to return to the field soon. But it's not just about Norris. This incident highlights the importance of player safety, especially in a league where collisions are inevitable. The NFL has been emphasizing concussion protocols and injury prevention measures, and moments like these remind us why they're so crucial. The Lions, as a team, will be closely monitoring his condition, and fans can only hope that this was a one-time incident and that Norris will be back on the field, helping Detroit chase their goals. Now, looking ahead, the Lions are in a very interesting position this season. They've been building something special under their coaching staff, with Jared Goff leading an explosive offense, a solid offensive line, and a defense that's been improving week by week. The addition of players like Norris, with his potential to develop into a key safety, has added to the optimism. But injuries are part of the game, and how the team manages this situation could influence their playoff chances. If Norris recovers quickly and can contribute down the stretch, it'll be a big boost for Detroit's secondary, especially since safeties are crucial in this league, not just for coverage, but also for run support and leadership. And speaking of safety, the Lions have been investing in their defense lately, and players like Norris give them a lot of hope for the future. The team has been focusing on creating a versatile, aggressive secondary that can handle the best offenses in the league. Norris's ability to step up and make plays, especially on defense, will be tested soon, but his resilience and determination seem to be on display even in this tough moment. Throughout the season, Detroit has shown flashes of brilliance, especially on offense, with Jared Goff connecting well with stars like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs. Their running game has been consistent, and the offensive line is proving to be one of the best in the league. But what really sets this team apart is their defensive improvement. Players like Norris, when healthy, add an extra layer of security and versatility. His ability to cover, support the run, and make plays in the secondary is vital for Detroit's overall scheme. And let's not forget, the NFC North is one of the most competitive divisions in football right now. The Vikings, Bears, and Packers are all fighting hard, but Detroit has managed to establish itself as a serious contender. A lot of their success this season has been due to their strategic approach, disciplined play, and the leadership on the field. Norris's injury is a setback, but the Lions have shown they're capable of adapting quickly and overcoming adversity. Now, I want to take a moment to reflect on how this incident impacts the team's outlook for the coming games. The coaching staff will have to adjust their defensive rotations and perhaps lean more on veteran players until Norris is cleared to return. But the good news is that the Lions have depth in their secondary, and players are eager to step up. Plus, with the team's medical staff being top-notch, there's optimism that Norris's injury isn't as severe as initially feared. Fans are also rallying around Norris, sending him messages of support, and that kind of positivity can really make a difference in a player's recovery. The NFL is a tough league, and injuries are part of the game, but it's how players and teams respond that truly define them. For Norris, it's about bouncing back, staying positive, and focusing on getting healthy so he can contribute to this promising Lions squad. Looking at the bigger picture, this incident could also serve as a reminder to everyone watching about the importance of safety and proper tackling techniques. The league has been working on this for years, but moments like these reinforce why it's so vital to keep player health as a top priority. The NFL's concussion protocols and medical evaluations are rigorous, and the swift response from the medical team on the field shows that the system is working, even in tough situations. And for the Lions, this is a moment to rally together. They've faced adversity before, and each time, they've come back stronger. The team's culture of resilience, combined with the leadership of players like Jared Goff and the emerging talent of younger players, sets a strong foundation. The coaching staff will surely be working behind the scenes, planning how to fill the gap left by Norris temporarily, and preparing for the crucial upcoming games that could define their season. The fans, of course, are keeping the hope alive. Their support, their energy, and their belief in this team are what drive Detroit forward. As the season progresses, every game becomes more critical, especially in such a competitive division. The Lions have shown flashes of brilliance, and with Norris's situation still evolving, everyone is holding their breath, hoping for a speedy recovery and a quick return to the field. So, in summary, while the Norris injury is a serious concern, the early signs are promising. His return to the team facility and his social media update show a resilient spirit that embodies what the Lions are all about, fighting through adversity and striving for greatness. The team will need to stay focused, adapt quickly, and keep pushing forward, knowing they have the talent, the coaching, and the support to keep their playoff dreams alive. Detroit fans, this is what makes supporting your team so exciting: the unpredictability, the resilience, and the hope that every week brings. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this team responds in the coming weeks. Keep the faith, keep supporting, and let's go Lions.